I don't think she's setting out to be evil. I think
Right.
she honestly just actually wants to be back with Jack. And so that's just not what any of the audience members want.
Well, it's funny because I watched the show with friends of mine, and a couple of my friends, they were like, they were considering you to be the villain. I'm like, well, she's really not a villain. She just knows what she wants, and unfortunately, there's someone else in the way of what she wants.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I see it too. Yeah, she's just misunderstood.
But she's a nice person, though. She's really a nice person.
Yeah, well, I think so. I think she also is a bit, in the context of the town, like Coal Valley, where the show takes place. She just stands out like a sore thumb because she's so from the city, and she's so, everybody there is much more kind of what's the word, I'm going to say grounded, but
yeah,
kind of much more kind of salt of the earth kind of people. And then she comes there and she's just so dramatic and flamboyant, and she just stands out so much juxtaposed with the rest of the townspeople. I did study piano, but that is not me. It's me pretending to play the piano.
Right.
And it was because that skill is so rusty. I wouldn't have been able to I would have needed like months to polish that up. But the funny thing is when we were filming that scene where I'm playing the piano and singing, originally we sat down to film it, and they had told me that don't worry, we just need to have your body language kind of look like you're playing the piano, but we're never going to see your hands.
Right.
And so the piano that they put me up at is a true of the era piano, and they locked the keys. I didn't even know you could do that, but on these old pianos you could lock the keys. So they locked the keys, so I was able to actually press the keys without them going down and making any noise. And so I was doing that. But then what happened is they said, okay, well, so we can see your hands, and so we need to unlock the keys because we can see that the keys aren't going down. So I was like, but wait, like you want me to be singing, but then you're going to have this terrible piano play. I don't know these songs. And they were like, don't worry, it'll be great. There's playback that'll play over it. But the playback, all like the producers and the director and the script supervisor, they could all hear the playback great because it was over near their video village. But all of us, like me and the other actors and the background performers, we couldn't really hear it. So all we could hear was me hitting these keys, and we all had to look like we were having the best time in the world and that I was the best performer, when actually we kept on hearing like it was terrible. I was so embarrassed, but you just had to kind of keep that smile and keep going. And I could just tell all these background performers are trying to clap their hands to the rhythm, and there was no rhythm. There was nothing for them to go on. I started calling that show When Calls the Heart, Pascale makes an ass of herself, because I felt like every day I was showing up and I was having to do these things that were so outside my comfort zone, like that, and then I was having to shoot. But I mean, that was just the shooting was just kind of fun. But then I was in those almost, essentially like bloomers, like those kind of like almost like pillowy pants, and all the other women are in these beautiful skirts and I'm in these crazy pants. And I remember when I went for my wardrobe fitting, and they were like, well, she's like, and they have me jump on a horse, like up onto the back of a horse, and I was like, what's going on here? This is like crazy, all these crazy things that I'm getting to do. Anyways, but that's the fun of acting. You get to show up and do new things that you would never normally imagine or try to do, and you have to, and so it's really fun.